Hello and welcome back to another episode of Iratus, Lord of the Dead. My name is Ike and today we are continuing the blind playthrough of Iratus, Lord of the Dead. And I am concerned that our defense stats will not be able to hold or pick up with the offensive items and abilities that the enemies are showing. So, I wonder if there are options to gain block. We already found one option to gain ward with these creatures. So, the Lost Soul can at least give you +2 wards, but magical damage isn't that prevalent. So, I have to wonder, is there some creature that will actually help you to get like physical protection? Because currently we're using this here, the Soprano, which really just reduces the damage by 6. That's okay. Owl could be something. Lets 2 enemies skip their next turn, so effectively taking them out. That's a good ability of the Banshee. But other than that, I don't know. It's really just healing at that point, and that'll be difficult with the little mana that we're having. So here we can basically create 20 mana, but I don't want to use up our items at this point. I'm actually quite happy with what we've gotten. And I also noticed we have a lack of like better items for extra stats. In terms of the hit points that are needed, it really feels like every single one of the characters could require a little bit more hit points. But then I'm wondering if that is the case, are we really trying the right things? Is it better to then go for evasion, but that is an unreliable method? Or are we just spending costs into block? For instance, letting this character start with a point of block. Costs 10, but block is really strong. Same here. Like, are we just getting... She already has like 1 block. No, she could get a block. You know what? Thinking about it, maybe we need to invest in block as a stat instead of the other stuff. Because now we're at a point where things are becoming quite expensive. So naturally, maybe that is really the solution. So we're fighting Berserkers, main target. Alchemists are nasty as well, and everybody like has doubled the amount of hit points that we're having, so that's not good either. I don't want to spend too much mana. We're trying to get back to like the 75 mana that we would need in order to actually cast the healing in case shit hits the fan, you know? Good, he's ignited, he takes a bit more damage, and you can see, like, even unbuffed, this guy is dishing out quite a substantial amount of damage.
Your frail bodies fail you.
Doesn't help if they start buffing each other. Did he just increase the damage of this other dwarf by 50%? Man, that's not good. Alright. We need to kill that guy as well. Stress and removes all buffs from the target. There you go. 50% more damage, no bueno. Not even a little bit. Get a block away, and
brave are
kill him. So, main damage dealer taken out. This is an easier combination than some of the others that we've seen. See? I mean, that's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Down to 1 hit point. Fantastic. Good. Killed him. Oh, the howl requires us to be in the front. I see. Well, that's a really, really, really good ability. Unfortunately, we only have ways of going back, not forward. Remove his shield. Fantastic. We're taking 2 turns because I like it. Let's get that buffer. See, even then, he's still dealing quite a substantial amount of damage, actually.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
And we need some way of healing the backline.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
We're just going to wait for now.
Terror will overflow.
Never mind. Alright, minions gain 6 armor until the battle ends and have a 12% chance to miss their turn. That doesn't sound really good. I much rather like our current armor. Minions receive 25% less damage in the first 2 turns. And then we do have the option to minions gain 6 magic resist. It's magic resist. That explains why we're not taking 12% chance to miss their turn. That's... I mean, 6 armor is good, don't get me wrong. He can't get wards to block, so but he's potentially the character with the least chance of actually dying. Get her out, get these 2 healed, and I'm trying to play a little bit with that soul. Let's see if that actually does anything meaningful.
Get back to battle.
Good. We can increase evasion a bit more. And that's about it. I mean, we could go with the mummy, but the mummy seems like a bit of a slow enemy, slow character. He can do most of his stuff from all of the positions, but position 3 really seems like the best. That sudden reality is good. I will give the Lost Soul that. And if you do have enough wards, then things are actually working quite well for it. In terms of talents, still need a little bit more. I think we're going for that passive here. Less damage, less wrath cost for the ultimates. Does this character here have an option to go further back? No, he can go to the front, and that's about it. Yeah, I think we need to play the Banshee in position 3 in the future. Will mean that the bride doesn't get the flames of love, but that's okay. Banshee can always go a little bit back, but once we do have enough power, Banshee can go to the front line and essentially stun there. So this bride has nothing, which means we might get the quiver for her. The werewolf would receive luck and critical hit whenever they take damage. That's not bad. But we're taking this. And frankly speaking, we'll directly put it on her. And whilst we're at it, we're also crafting a bit more of physical damage for her. Decent equipment. It's actually quite decent. So he does not yet have equipment. What could we do? Reduce critical damage received. That's not bad. Increase critical damage. Increase all damage dealt. Increase spell power by simply being there. Increases stress damage dealt, which I'm not sure if you... I mean, he deals some.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Okay, well, it's fine. We have enough material for now. What's his main shtick? He can heal. Upgraded version heals more. Or deals less damage. So then, what else are we often doing? The stress attack. Mainly this stress attack here with initiative. I like this one here, plus 10% chance to escape until the battle ends. That's not bad. Okay, and here we do have wards. 10% less damage instead of 20. Oh, the target gains a block and a ward.
Get back to battle.
That's not bad. That in itself is decent, even at the damage expense. That's actually really good. The block is legitimately good. Good. Damage dealer. What's this guy? Elite trader. And we got an oracle. Oracle doesn't look good, man. On the other hand, Oracle really looks like someone who would be a stinker with spells. But then again, we need to somewhat deal with this guy. Don't want our backline to take too much damage.
Your frail bodies fail you.
What does his stance do? Oh, that's a healer. Okay, I figured as much. Whenever an ally takes damage and removes... whenever an ally takes targeted damage, remove all debuffs from them, restore sanity, and increase initiative. Man, that sucks. Luckily for us,
This never gets old.
we can break his stupid stance. The question is, do we want to break his stance? Ignore his ward. Yeah, I think we want to. Okay, stance broken. And he regains stance immediately. Beautiful. This guy is marked. Any damage is doubled. Oh, lord. Are you being serious? So removing the wards. Okay, can we get... can we dispel that? I tell you what, we're removing like all of the stuff that the enemy has. And I want to remove his stance again. And he, of course, goes right back into that stance. They all get a defense buff. +1 block and +1 ward. Oh, fantastic. It just becomes less and less appealing to fight them. These two have a nasty combination going. Is this here blocked? Yes, I think it is blocked. Could remove, could stress attack them. I think for now, we're just going to make sure that he's not going to be one-tapped. I wonder why we're missing.
Extinction of life.
Good. With Mark, it's double damage, right? Yeah, fantastic. We need to get this guy down. Front line is going to take less damage. Gets block going, because I don't want that double damage to get through. Of course, now he has regeneration on top of all the other stupid effects. That's not great. Whoever is in second position will die. Oh, come on, another miss? Why are we missing that often? This is dreadful. More regeneration. It's just becoming crazy. Thank you. That was helpful. Good, we're just continuing with stress attacks. I like it. This guy unfortunately does have 2 shields, so I need to put the healer back. There we go. Fantastic. Good hit. Blocks are finally gone. All right. And this guy is dealing no damage thanks to the ward. The Lost Soul with that upgrade is really good. Even though you're sacrificing some of the damage, you're still offering block. And that is what makes it really good.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
All minions gain accuracy. Glass dagger. Okay, this effect is removed when a minion takes damage. Might be interesting for a specific combination, but definitely not for our team comp. We're taking damage far too regularly. Yeah, we're going to stack Vigor and basically crit onto the soul, because it doesn't need to deal a lot of damage. It's a pure support character. And we got a level 11 brain. That's pretty neat, if I may say so. I wonder if I wanted to get a Wraith, because that was another really solid damage dealer. I like the Cold Grasp. That's good. What are the other abilities? 25% concealment. Summons a concealment cloud. Any minion within the cloud. Receives evasion. That's good. And has a good stress attack. I mean, that's not bad. It's a good character. Unfortunately, you only have 4 slots, right? So there is only so much that you can take. The Lost Soul, it seems, can do quite well, all things considered. So I maybe underestimated that. Having a Wrath, on the other hand, would be nice as well. We could take it now and just have it as another filler.
Why do I get this sinking feeling in my putrefied gut?
Good. Level 11. A bit of this. Damage. Just overall stats, because they are cheap. And again, a little bit more stress attack damage. It seems that this here doesn't. What does it scale off? Magic? It doesn't really have a magic damage. It does have an attack, but you can't improve it. So his magic damage is limited to a degree, right? Right. So target can't move during the next turn, deals damage. Target can't move, target loses magic resistance, massive. Or deal more damage. Slightly more damage, that is. I like the magic resistance reduction because then you can deal more magic damage. Question is, are there really that many targets where you need it? I don't know. On the other hand, this is like really, really solid base damage. Alright, what else? We got the stress, removes all buffs from the target. Target loses the initiative for 1 turn. And all the initiative for 1 turn. Here, target loses all of the initiative for 1 turn. And here it is... I don't see the difference. Oh! Here it pushes it back 2. Alright. And here it just deals more stress damage. So that's not bad. I mean, as a stress attacker, maybe I played the Wrath wrong, and it's actually more like a stress attacker. So in terms of Ghostly Fire, deals damage to enemy. And enemies on the chosen position and next to the position. And they're taking more stress damage. This is a higher dot.
Reinforce
the next 2 positions in line. Okay, so this is more AoE and this is a higher dot. I see.
Yeah.
Alright, this here will improve the Dread. This will make it even more. And the Wrath gains... Oh, fantastic. That is a good ability. Love it. That's what I was looking for. Like self-survival. And then this year, essentially, Trap conceals Cloud for 3 rounds. And here it's higher evasion. Okay, so we're going to take the block.
I expect results.
Now the next question is, what else do we want? Having more stress damage is definitely helpful. Having more magical damage isn't bad either. Like, this is super solid magical damage, don't get me wrong. And a lot of things are not very resistant to magic. But then again, the cloud is I'm trying to find defensive measures, how we're going to survive just a lot of onslaughts. And so far, the Lost Soul seems like a good answer, but I'm looking for other answers other than just the Lost Soul. Okay, this here is dealing incredible amounts of dread over time, multiple targets. And if we're building him as a dread character, then we should create as much dread as possible. We really care about moving the position of the enemies, not that much.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Alright, now I need a stress attack improvement. That would be this here, and we don't have enough soul gems yet. Okay, we're going to get it eventually. All damage dealt, I assume, also including stress damage.
Successful alchemy.
I assume it is also including stress damage, hopefully. Good. Do we have injured enemies, injured allies? Not that many. Actually, we have a quite healthy party at the moment. I have to wonder, in terms of training, let's put you guys in here. And I want to see if like a stress damage backline will actually work on the fights. I don't know. We're going to see about that. Let's shortly upgrade the obelisk. For that, I need a new mummy.
Easier to make my enemies unlucky than being lucky myself.
There we go. This mummy built, and we get more material. Fantastic. Good. Back to the dungeon. We got a group of this time emotional damage characters, stress characters. Increasing mana because we don't need health. And the next fight looks like one where stress damage could be the answer. So we got a healer, we got this poor folk back there, treasurer.
Rage released.
Problem that I'm seeing is this guy still has wards. I don't like it. So the question becomes, shall I take the wards away here? Yeah, I think that's the best course of action, just taking the wards away. They also do have emotional wards. So how about this? Here's a target, deals damage, position, and the next position in line. Does that mean her? Or does that mean in both directions? We're going to find out. We don't need a block at the moment. And we don't need backline defense. Let's start. Okay, it means actually only the next target and not both directions. That's okay. already loses sanity. Okay. That sucks. Double damage. I don't like to see that at all. How about we're removing the physical block, because that's a stinker as well. And we're leaning heavily into that emotional damage thing. Removes all buffs from the target. Target loses initiative. Okay, we can do that. Damn, that's a lot of emotional damage. Removed all of the buffs.
This will be your end.
He's now completely at 0 sanity, so he could very much lose, get a heart at any moment. There we go. Immediately dies. It's not bad. Good, we're getting New Moon. And finally we can reach into the back line. I'll just continue with that nasty emotional damage. Both of them are cursed. What does the inspiration block in the world? Okay. That's a nice spell that he's giving them. Removing all of the wards, or most of them. Should have used the ultimate there. Nice. That's a lot of potentially emotional damage. Oh wow. Almost done.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
What are we going to do? I think just a normal attack to kill her.
One by one,
Very good.
life vanishes from this world.
But a bit of physical damage isn't wrong either. And this team can definitely deliver that as well. Alright, done deal. Iratus gains 24 wrath at the beginning of the battle. No, it's not bad. Depends what it is competing with. Well, one additional drop is actually Really, really good. Glass Dagger, I mean, we already this year had no effect whatsoever, right? So we can either now, whenever an enemy moves, receives physical damage and stress damage, or we're taking the Glass Dagger, which is more accuracy and damage in the first round, which I think makes more sense. And let's disenchant a couple of artifacts. That gives Iratus more experience, and we can now either gain spell power, quite a bit of spell power if we have 100 Wrath, or ultimate abilities cost less, which I think as a passive is very, very, very good.
It will be a messy slaughter.
Okay. So Iratus restores an additional 5 mana after each fight. That's not bad. I think next we're going to get this here the extra attack. Because for 40 it is doable. 75. I mean, I really want to keep the healing in the back pocket if needed. That extra spell power is neat, but not that needed. I think if we get a couple of passive effects, that wouldn't be too bad. So, for instance, more Digger Souls, yes. Chance for uncommon parts, yes. Then, yeah, so those two are passive. That's not bad. Here we even have higher chance for uncommon parts. So I think this year in itself would be good to upgrade the upgrade us. Spell power and deals magic damage. Well, this is straight up magic damage, but I don't want to use the mana for that. I'd rather take some more like passive effects first. Like this, more mana after each fight. And more Dread. Most of the other stuff here is mana. Minions receive extra evasion. That's good. Like this into extra evasion wouldn't be not too bad. That was a couple of really nice buffs, actually, on the magic tree. Other than that, it... Yeah, there aren't that many passive buffs. Increase the chance to receive artifacts. This is all about resources, so there are passive buffs. But other than that, there are not that many. So what are we working with? This here is good, the cultists, I like them. This is a lot of levels for Iratus, if we want that. I think we would want to go through here. One here, extra quest. Oh, there's an elite squad. Oh, that sucked. Don't know if I want to fight that elite squad, but the cultists might give us nice items. Last minute level up here is good as well. Full healing. That's a good way. There are cultists here as well. Okay, so we're going to the right hand side. That means there's an event first. Before we do that though, let's get our prime team because events might be a bit tougher. Okay, so what else would we want to do here? More stress damage. The escaping part actually is nice because that means they are running away. So that's not bad. The vigor part here, the healing, that's good as well. Let's increase the support and really make it the support character.
Surprise.
I would want more hit points and more guard next. Same here, we need guard, so I'll just wait. Good. We're using Bride of Iratus. By the way, we do have one brain of level 11, right? One brain level 11, okay. Yeah. Do we want to immediately put that into the Bride? It's damage dealer. Maybe not the worst idea. Which Bride though? She does have more damage against elites. She has more damage against elites. Okay, so let's take this and see. That gave us enough stats to give her like one. Oh, she can only get one block. Okay, well, that's worth it in my opinion because that prevents her from being one shot in the future. Good, and we keep the Banshee. Like, she's really good. Okay, off we go to the dungeon map and let's choose our little squad here. While Dwarf Society has embraced technology, there are still a few lingering magical traditions. This next is a place where golems are being animated and where paltry wizards have stored their mana. But the reward could be more than worth it. Okay. Alright, so we're having Golden Golem. Massive magical protection. Oh boy, this could be rough. That's an elite stone golem. 40 damage. Call me crazy, but that is insane. "22 armor isn't great either.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Oh wow, we one-shot it. That was a crit. Okay, okay, well maybe we do have a chance. Maybe I misread the situation. "250 hit points. Those stone golems don't have that many hit points. Let's focus on getting them down then. Okay, the Banshee does have a bit of a problem. The stress attacks, I don't think that there is any effect. I don't think there is any effect. Maybe the magic damage in skipping their next turn, but that means we need to go to the front. And we can't do that ourselves. We can remove buff from the target. So maybe we're just removing the redirection. It's whatever. What is adept 10 accuracy? Oh, it's not great. Alright. We just need to go through these guys.
Carve open their husks.
It's good damage. I would just like to remove your buff. Took the ward off. And we're now officially debuffed. Minus 12 attack. And he buffs himself further. 2 times accuracy. That means he hits every single time at some point.
Perish.
Good, 1 down. This golem is down. I don't know if I can debuff the golem. Remove the buffs, that is. I can remove the buffs. Okay, so at least that works. Golem burns and might die actually from it. We're removing the buff here. Nope, we're actually going into the ward.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
The fight was easier than expected, but these guys do have a couple of really nasty abilities. Finally, removed their buff. And there we go. So what's the big reward that we're getting?
Soon this world will be mine.
Conarium token. I don't know what that does, other than showing that we killed them. At the start of each turn, the minions receive 1 random bonus until the end of the turn. Okay. Well, we got good materials out of it. After a combat victory, all surviving minions additionally gain 50% of the experience of the current level. Not bad, and at level 12, brain. Now it's the time to face the mages? Oh, wow. Well. Elite Geomancer. This can of 3. Holy smoke. That's a lot of protection, my dude. Okay, well, I can tell you one of these Geomancers needs to die. Just getting all of their buffs off. Then there we go. Let's go, boys. They all have wards. so it's completely pointless. But it's a good ward removal. Now it's their turn. Oh, well, perfect. Wow. Look at that. Imagine double damage. That will be so fatal. Healing ourselves. This guy almost is dead. Almost. Not quite though. Full regeneration. Okay. I can see what's happening here. Lots of magic. She's like what? 4 armor and 4 resistance. Okay, fair enough. Well, I tell you what, my dude.
One less annoyance in the world.
You're down, and that's good. Remove the blocks. Remove more block. It's crazy just how much you need to do just to go through all of the wards and blocks and so on. Defense is up. That means more block. What a surprise. There we go. Finally, we're through his stupid defense. And that means no next turn, thanks to the crit. And we're removing the wards. And there are new wards. We need more actions. And we're removing the wards. Come on, another crit. Not quite. Almost. This is
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Okay. Remove the buff from the target. That is helpful.
A predictable outcome.
Nice. So we got Spider. With every mission, minion's successful ability using enemy loses vigor and sanity. What? With every minion's successful ability using enemy loses vigor and sanity. Oh, that is super good for the Banshee. Or for the soul. Minion gains luck. Minions gain luck and minus accuracy, so crit for accuracy. Pitiful mages are finally dead, and you stand in person before the rune-edged pillar, which is filled to the brim with dwarven magic. It takes merely one touch to invert the power corrupting to your dark needs. Very good. We got 4 stat points on everything. So Banshee is a nice option with a with that pro paw. The start of each turn receives a random bonus until the end of the turn. I think this year could be good for the Lost Soul. And I would go as far as to say, now that I have a higher brain available, Lost Soul might be one of our core characters. One more block. 17 is too expensive. One more magical ward. That's good good skilling overall. And as for the Dark Knight here, upgrade him. He now also has extra stat points, so I could go deeper into armor. More magic resist. A few more hit points could be good as well. Or we're going deeper into armor. Nah, we're taking max hit points. Because there might be armor ignoring effects. We need more stat points here, so that'll have to wait. I will give him this though. Random bonus until the end of the turn every round. Seems good for him. And then with her, I don't want to go for that magic ward. I think that's not going to really cut it. A little bit more hit points would be good for her. And she got an ability upgrade. So what are we using as abilities? This one we're using quite a bit. We're not really using the buff that often. This here would be a good buff. That would be a fantastic buff.
Serve me well, my minion.
That would be a fantastic buff. And finally, Banshee bonus stats. Yeah, we're just waiting until we get more defense. So, but I want to try this out. This, she can stress attack as well. We're losing the AoE slight damage reduction, but we're gaining unlimited options to give us basically shields. And that is helpful. We get similar stress attacks and we get a heal. Together with the shields, might be a decent combination. Not only might, it is actually a decent combination. So I think the Lost Soul is good in our main party. Bride of Iratus needs a bit of a break. The other bride is coming in, that's why we have two. These girls are healing. These boys are training. One more thing. We could already upgrade that for random items. I like the idea.
They will carry the curse of my tomb to the world.
There we go, 9% chance to find a random artifact. And if we upgrade a Lich here for 50, then we're going to get a bit more experience as well. Good, I think we wanted to
through transformation
increase this here, the passive effect. And having better parts that we can find, that certainly is something we should be considering. But we're already an hour in, so this is as far as it goes. We have done a nice little event. We know our route to the Dwarven End boss, but that is still quite a bit away. I hope you enjoyed Iratus, Lord of the Undead. And we're going to see each other in the next episode. Take good care. Bye-bye.